Hello, Pisces. Welcome. Take a seat and relax. There's nothing you need to do in this present moment except to relax and enjoy your reading. All right. So it's a little darker today because this cool light salt lamp that I have wanted to be in this week's reading, and if I had my normal lights that I have on, you can't really see the light of this thing, the colors. So yeah, we got a little romantic vibe going here. A little darker, a little mood lighting. Yeah, I think we all deserve that little relax and quietness and chill among all of the noise of the world. Cool, and we got number 37 to start things off. This number 37 card is my Boogie Wonderland. If you've ever seen The Office, this is when Daryl officially leaves Dunder Mifflin to go work for Athlead, or Athleap, as they eventually call it. And the cool thing about this card is that this was when he was gonna leave, right? So he didn't want like a goodbye. He didn't want to say goodbye to his dear friends that he's worked together with for so long. He just wanted a quiet goodbye, right? He just wanted to fly below the radar and just leave, have a good, he didn't want the hassle of having to say goodbye to all of these people. And when all of these people, they found him and they saw that he was leaving and they got mad because he was leaving without a goodbye, right? So they wanted a goodbye. That's what this card is about, is that goodbye, right? So there is a goodbye right now in your life, Pisces. And instead of being smug about it, instead of being angry about it, instead of being depressed about it, or just, say thank you and enjoy that goodbye. Why so serious, Pisces, about this goodbye? If you're saying some goodbye to something that hurts you, I understand why you wouldn't want a happy goodbye, right? But you are saying goodbye. So that bad thing is going to be long gone very soon. So why be smug about it? Why be so serious about it? Let's just look back and thank it for what it did. Thank it for showing you what it showed you, Like, for example, I am done with my family because of how they've treated me all my life. And when I confront them and they didn't care to change the way they treat me, so I'm done. And I can be sad and sorrowful and smug, mad, angry, all of these different emotions. Or I can look back, say thank you for what you taught me. Thank you for showing me how I don't want to treat people. Thank you for showing me how all the things I love and all the things I hate, But it's time to look forward to this new adventure. It's time to look forward and be excited, right? And is there in Daryl's words, have Kevin grind you up from the front and Aaron pretend to hump you from behind, because it will be a better tribute to your years here. Things are coming full circle here, Pisces. Finally. So let's dance to Boogie Wonderland. Right? This almost feels like how would you want to die? Would you want a painful, sorrowful, horrible death? Or would you want to go out with a bang? Go out like with a party, right? I would like to go out with a party. All right, we have Judgment and the Hangman. And the Hangman is upside down, and I don't do reversals. So this was upside down from the last reading that the Hangman. Interesting thing, yeah. The last reading, the Hangman popped up, and I on purpose put him right side up in that reading. So I think that's really cool. Full circle, right? This guy, everyone starts like this. The Hangman ended up upside down, but look at that. The Hangman is upright here. Judgment. In the Thoth Tarot, this card, it's not called the Judgment card. He changed the name from Judgment to, I think it's an Aeon or something. Here, let's figure it out. I was thinking of a different card when I was talking about that, but now that we are here, the Aeon, this is like the birth of a new way of thinking, the birth of a new world, the birth of a new you. Look at that, you are upright when everyone thinks you are upside down. I like that. You are actually upright when all the people around you think that you are upside down. But you are not upside down. You are upright. The Hangman. Interesting. I like how he has that yellow halo, right? Or I don't know what you would call this. And it seems like he has it here too. We have two major arcanas. The major arcana cards are things that happen to us. Minor arcana cards are things that we are in control over. Major arcana cards are things we are not in control over, like the weather. Right? We can't control the weather, but we can control putting on a jacket because it's cold outside. But these are major arcana, so this is things that are happening to you. Yeah, imagine this goodbye, right? You could be saying this goodbye and joining this new thing from the upside down, you know, seeing all the negative in this goodbye, seeing the negative in this new thing, and just taking the negativity with you from that last circle. But we don't want that. We want to go out with a blast. We want to be ourselves and have fun. So we're going out. We are saying goodbye in a positive manner. Innocence and participation. Okay. No more being on your own, Pisces. You probably have been in a stagnant period of time, an alone period of time. And this is one of the things that's coming full circle. Right? You learned what you needed to learn. Now it's time to share that with others. Participation. You are not alone. It's time to start having fun. See, even in this innocence card, he is not alone. And then this is a major arcana. Cool, we have 3 major arcanas, and the one thing that you can be in control over is let this new participation happen. Let this new circle start, right? You can, like I said, we can bring in all the negative stuff that we went through from this last circle, and we can bring it along with us into this new circle. But Daryl says, no, don't do that. Let's welcome into this new circle by being goofy, by being silly, by being yourself, by not being so serious. Because I promise you, these 3 people are going to understand finally. They're going to participate. They're going to share. They're going to share similar things with you. See, and this is what we are in control over. Being okay by, being vulnerable. That's the whole point of being human, right? We're very vulnerable. Being vulnerable with these new people that are coming in. And it's okay to still kind of, protect yourself a little bit. Yeah, sure, why not? Always do that. But without all that negativity that we've been receiving from this past cycle that we have been in. It's time to be more innocent. Share, that when I say the word innocence, I think of a child, right? An innocent child. But this is no child. Right? This is an old man. So this card tells us that, that child never really turns into adult. That child never really turns into an old man. That child always is. He's just more experienced. This is a very experienced child. This man still protects his innocence, still protects that inner child of his. Because he never leaves, right? That inner child. So participation, right? Let's start letting our inner child participate. Let's start letting that innocence participate, especially going into this new cycle. Because an adult has all these traumas that he carries with him. Not this old kid. So let's not act like adults in this new cycle. Let's bring our innocent, childlike way of being along into this new circle where we might meet like-minded people. Queen of Swords, beautiful. This is one of my favorite cards. And the moon, okay. Yeah, cool. This is, all right, to summarize this reading. Okay, the Queen of Swords. Swords are about the mind. They're thoughts, your logic. All right, so ignore feelings, ignore everything except for your thoughts. Okay, now let's focus in on these thoughts. Queen of Swords is good at getting rid of stuff that she doesn't need any longer, right? If there is a cancer, the Queen of Swords is going to cut it right off so that it doesn't infect the body. Right? She knows how to protect and nurture herself, her thoughts. Okay, and this doesn't mean people. This doesn't mean cut people off that no longer serve you. Means we are focusing on our thoughts. So start cutting off those thoughts that no longer serve you. If they are very negative thoughts, it's time to cut these off. Right? The moon is all about darkness. Right? All those dark thoughts of, I can't do it. I'm not confident. I'm not good at this thing. I won't meet like-minded people. Okay? It's time to start cutting off those thoughts because they are no longer needed. What's needed is this innocence way of looking at things. This childlike way. Children are very innocent and they tackle any adventure with excitement because they don't have all these past experiences. They don't have all these past failures, right? So it's time to cut off all these past failures and focus on the present moment. Focus on the now. And if right now you are having negative thoughts, start focusing in on them and cutting them off. We only allow ourselves to treat ourselves in a gentle manner. Like this kid is treating this, I think it's a grasshopper? No, it's a praying mantis. So that's what we need to focus on. Treating our thoughts like this kid is treating this praying mantis. Yes. All right, we'll get one last card. We're going to do one. I usually do two. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing two. Yes, 16. This is kind of the go with the flow card, right? This is surrender. Pam, at first, right, she kept struggling to tell this lady that they are not the Church of Hallelujah Scranton. right? Because she kept trying to get on so they can take her to the church, right? But she didn't know, they couldn't communicate very well, right? And she kept struggling, trying to get her to see her point of view, but she couldn't because they spoke two different languages, right? And so Pam eventually surrendered, and she just let this lady on the bus, right? So let's not struggle here. Let's see life with this innocence that we've always had, and then let's see where it takes us. Because like I said, there's things we are in control over, right? There's minor arcana. Those are things that we do over and over and over and over and over again, because we don't do things perfectly the first time. It takes time for us humans to learn how to do something, to perfect it, to master something. We have to do it over and over. That's why we practice, right? But we are at the full circle, things coming together. We are about to start a brand new circle. So things aren't going to be repeating themselves again like they used to. We are saying goodbye to this past circle. We are welcoming in a new circle. So that means even if we keep doing the same thing, that means that different outcomes are going to start to happen. So surrender, and let's see what life has in store for us. And while you're going through this as well, right, we're cutting off all the negative things. So here is Pammy telling you, look at world, because old Pammy is getting what she wants, and don't call me Pammy, right? She's finally protecting herself. She's finally having that inner confidence. She is finally establishing boundaries. These are things of the Queen of Swords, and you must do this with your own thoughts. And as soon as you don't let yourself treat yourself that way anymore, I promise you it's going to be, you will start doing that on the outside world as well. But focus on that inner world first. Focus on training yourself better. Focus on cutting out those thoughts. And then when you figure that out, watch what happens. And I thank you for being here. I really hope this reading helped. If it did help, please help me as well by liking the video, by writing a comment, and subscribe if you would like to keep hanging out, as this is a safe place where we are trying to figure life out together. So thank you again for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.